It's been away for quite some time now, but FlightGear's monthly aircraft review show is back. This is the aircraft of February. This is the Airbus A330-200 by the Omega hangar. Its bigger brother, the A330-300, is much like the 200 series, but in this review I'll only pay attention to the 200 just because of the similarities alone. So let's take a look at its exterior model first. This plane looks very nice thanks to its detailed 3D model and the high quality liveries. All the exterior animations are accurate and functional, so all the aileron movements and the gear retraction, for example, are nice to look at and realistic. If you look a bit more closely at the fuselage, you will find that even things like the cargo doors are put on the livery, which really adds more realism to the overall look of the plane. You can see that even though I've been filming pretty close to the aircraft here, it's not really starting to look pixelated or inaccurate. When you're at a gate at an airport, the ground service options from the Airbus A330 menu will give you the option to make service vehicles show up around your plane. This makes for a much more alive gate experience. The interior model of this plane contains of basically just the cockpit, but just the cockpit is really not the way to describe this. This is one of the most detailed and complete airliner cockpits in FlightGear at this moment. It looks very close to the real thing when it comes to all the buttons and displays, like this ECAM display or the MCDU, which I'll tell you more about in a minute. The overhead panel is complete as well, and the Autopilot is great and easy to use. The simulation of the flight systems on the Airbus A330 could be a reason on its own to fly this plane. Airbus's fly-by-wire system is very accurately simulated, along with the 3 hydraulic systems and many more. Maybe the most important system to take a look at is the MCDU, or Multi-Purpose Control Display Unit. If you're doing a serious flight on the A330, it's really a feature you cannot miss. It's a must to use this system, and therefore it's great that it's very accurately simulated on this plane. I recommend checking out the FlightGear Airbus's tutorials on YouTube, made by the developer of the A330, to learn how to use this system. Another awesome system on this plane is its ECAM warning system. Whenever something goes wrong and a warning light goes flickering, just stop the annoying noise by clicking on that light and look over at the ECAM to see what exactly is wrong. The A330's Autopilot supports automatic landings, just like the 777 in FlightGear. It's really awesome to try this out, if only because the system is so good that the landings are almost always very smooth. I've made an Autoland tutorial a few months ago, so be sure to check that out for more details. Another thing that's great to do is to try a failure scenario to train your own flying skills. In a future video, I'll do a single engine failure on this Airbus and see how that will turn out. This was my review of the Airbus A330-200 in FlightGear. There's much more to say about this plane, but just go ahead and download the plane and fly around with it a bit. I'd love to read your opinions about this plane in the comments below, and I hope to see you back here at the first Friday of March for another aircraft review.